I tell on myself, I already wiped out a video that I had for today. And one of these little idiots tried climbing through there because I set the buckets there before I go through to give them up there. So what was a clean water trough is now full of crap, thanks to whichever one of those three has a wet leg. So my video a little bit ago was of that lower cow that's broadside, and her calf is laying on the ground right at her front feet. She was in the very first section of the main barn. Literally, I opened the gate and she was right at the end of it. But, yeah, I forgot to wipe out yesterday's videos off my phone, so what's the very first one I wiped out? That one. And once you put delete, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it, at least as far as I know. That cow number is 511C. Only thing I fed last night was hay. Ron and I were in the shop, and Becky and number 2 came down and fed everything but hay. And Becky said that 511C was looking really close. Yeah, close enough. At 5:15 this morning, the calf was not all the way cleaned up, but it was up and wandering and laid down next to her. I'm going to guess, yeah, she probably had it about 4:30, give or take. That ain't bad. And that's what night feeding your hay does for you. You'll usually be, I mean, they went in, I don't know, a little early last night. I think they went in at 4 or a little before is when they got let into hay. But it sure saves you a big stretch at night that you generally won't have one. And, I mean, if they start calving at 4:30 and, okay, we'll just say you don't get out until 6:30. That's only 2 hours. I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It depends on where you're at. Depends on the cow, too. But generally, if you're 2 hours, you'll have a live calf generally, if there's issues. So when I got her in down there, I couldn't get her above that gate. I couldn't hold the gate and get her up at the same time because there's a little water trough in the way. Right there. So while I'm down there, this little dude had to come down and visit me. Yeah, he's getting to be the friendly little bugger. She just stayed up here sleeping. She didn't care. So, anyway, they're getting hungry. At least these heifers haven't climbed through the frickin' water trough yet, so I'm going to get to feeding and get it over with. Well, I was going to move her to the other side of the gate right here, but they're laying there nice and comfy. I don't think the baby's eaten yet, but she'll get hungry before it's too late. Mama's got a bag full, so nice and content. If she really gets thirsty, she can stick her head through the head gate and reach that trough. That trough is usually on the downhill side, but since we had this other pen split in two before, we put it in on that side. And I probably should check and see if anybody else is doing anything. So, and hey, it's sunny today. The cloud just got noise, so it just got darker, but so far it's nice and bright. No more tote bags with mouse holes in them. That bin that's got the water trough on top is empty. The next one is full of barley. That little trough is almost full. And the big trough out there is clear full. And that's the only one I got left that's got feed in it. But, hey, able to make a little more room over here. And cleaned up the mess. This was all between the dogs and the rodents. This was all like 6 inches of chaff through here and, well, along here. And a whole bunch of crappy bird poop and barley all over there. The little cart out there is clear full. It's got to get dumped in the manure pile because, yeah, I dump it in for bedding, but there's a bunch of rocks and junk in it, so I don't need to throw that in for bedding. And I'm going to tackle the other side of the tractor over there now because I got to get some hay moved up on the deck. Now that the steers are over there and they don't have a big bale sitting outside, 5 bales at least every day, and I got to pull them up and drag them over, so a whole lot easier to put them up with a loader, get them on top of what you can see right there, I hope, and clean a bunch of crap up over there. Much in here today. I spent most of my day on the skid steer moving stuff. But here, John was telling me all about this valve, but this isn't the valve he was thinking of. I have no idea. It works as a pilot valve, that's all I know. 2 hoses with GIC fittings, 2 hoses with hose clamps. All I know is one of those with the hose clamps was piggybacked on either the return or could have been the pressure line for the brakes. So that's a quickie for that. I still gotta, well, I know I'm not going to use that valve. I'm going to use a regular rotary valve. I've got a few anyway, and this one might need the other valve to make it work. I don't know. The only issue I might have, really it won't be an issue. I think those holes are spaced right for a regular rotary valve, but the others are farther away from the tube. But I have the ways to do that. Drill a hole. It's just a matter of if the end of the shaft in there is right or not. So, getting ready to get that cleaned up and painted and figure out how it all is going to work. In the barn and the lights are off. Well, I walked out of the barn to go to the shop and sharpen my knife because it needed to be sharpened because Becky was complaining about it. Becky was in here scattering some straw for these. And there's this morning's baby right there. She must be hungry. She's going to go for a little bite to eat. Saw her eat, I don't know, 5-6 hours ago, I guess. Maybe more than that. Must have been more than that. At least I'm sure she was on a teat. I hope she was. Looks like she's perky enough that she's had something to eat. So, no new babies, just the 3 so far. And look at that nice clean bedding for them. That's what they needed anyway. And I'm hoping if it works out Friday, if the weather isn't too bad, Ron is supposed to probably not be hauling. He might be hauling shit. Put him on a manure spreader and be it all-day project's the bad thing. Because it's all got to go out to the manure barn. And I told you I spent most of the day on a skid steer. I got grain moved out of here, out and back for Mom. Where that blue bike's sitting, I got the hay that was all there put up. And where that far bike's sitting, I got that hay put up there. Made a little room here. But probably the most important thing is no more tote bags in here. Everything's in steel bins. Keep the freaking critters out of it. And I got a little more room to walk around down there now. They're out of the way, and I put the underneath that water trough over there is the other tubs, another pallet of tubs for the cows. That was in front of the skid steer, so I didn't have a whole lot of room to walk through here. But end of the video for today. I really wanted to get this stuff here moved too. There's 2 or 3 pallets of parts in here that I was thinking about going this direction with, because I don't have a tote sitting here, and I'm not going to put a tote in from over this other way. I've done it. It's not easy. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not. Helps a little bit. And I don't know, maybe I do too long a video and everybody bails early. Either that or YouTube's just being chintzy, but I swear every couple of weeks what they say I'm supposed to be getting from them every month goes down at least $2. I can't even buy more than a couple of days of coffee now. Oh yeah, anybody want a couple bags? They're full of mouse holes. No, I can't afford more than a couple cups of coffee a month now. You know, I figure they're giving all their money to the government to give to foreign countries. I don't know. Just think it's kind of funky. So, anyway, thanks for watching.